Former astronaut Mark Kelly is keeping an open mind about running for office. Kelly says he has no immediate plans to enter politics, but he won't rule anything out. This 40-foot-long caterpillar mosaic will take about 6 weeks to complete. And when it's done, the students hope it will provide some beauty to an underprivileged neighborhood. And with the semester almost over, these Longhorns are gearing up right here on campus for the ride of their lives. Many of these riders have never raced before. They're just looking to have fun and fight for a good cause along the way. While most of the building's sustainable features are hidden to the naked eye, these 3-story tall, floor-to-ceiling window walls are hard to miss. This means cutting in half the number of students receiving money from Texas grants, which is the state's largest financial aid program. And as the news makes its way from the Capitol to campus, many people are wondering, what exactly are traditional family values? And 4 decades later, he's still welcome home with open arms. It would have required school districts to report incidences of harassment on the basis of sexual orientation. With a rough road of budget cuts ahead of them, these Longhorns have no intention of keeping quiet.
They say cut back, we say fight back.
More than 200 UT students marched to the Capitol last week to protest the budget cuts to higher education and meet with lawmakers. The Invest in Texas campaign organizes students to lobby at the state level on behalf of their peers.
We're in danger now, not because of the budget crisis, but we're in danger of being the first generation that actually doesn't have room to expand its economy.
The coalition consists of the UT Student Government, the Senate of College Councils, the Graduate Student Assembly, and 25 other student organizations that have come together to advocate for students. Their goals are to keep UT adequately funded, to protect financial aid programs, and to keep the university academically competitive.
That's probably the greatest achievement of this day today, is involving students in the process who've never been involved before, and that's always a good thing for whatever cause.
Legislators don't usually meet with students. They meet with teachers and faculty and administrators, but they don't ever see the real impact of what their decisions are making. And being able to see the students, see the faces, the people that they really affect is extremely important.
According to the Invest in Texas campaign, the Senate budget proposal will cut financial aid programs by more than $380 million. And this means cutting in half the number of students receiving money from Texas grants, which is the state's largest financial aid program. Invest in Texas coordinator Chelsea Adler is a recipient of the Texas grants. And despite the potential cuts to financial aid, she is optimistic about how students can make a change.
I have been happy to say that everyone's been very receptive at the legislature. I think that they're happy to see students are passionate, we're paying attention, and they're anxious to hear what we have to say.
The Invest in Texas campaign says that their visit to the Capitol is only the beginning. They plan to continue to fight cuts by having a letter-writing campaign and by hosting more rallies in the future. Nearly 50 UT students are biking across the country to help fight cancer. And with the semester almost over, these Longhorns are gearing up right here on campus for the ride of their lives. The Texas 4000 is the longest charity bike ride in the world. Stretching more than 4,500 miles, it's twice as long as the Tour de France.
I feel like I have a lot of friends that are like, there's no way, but I think, yeah, just proving I can do it and getting there and being able to say that, like, I biked to Alaska, yeah.
Brooke Milbauer is one of the 47 UT students who will make the journey from Austin to Anchorage in a 70-day bike ride this summer. The riders will make stops along the route through the western states to speak about cancer prevention and visit cancer treatment centers. Milbauer says she joined the charity in honor of her father, who passed away from cancer when she was 11 years old.
If the cause means something to you and it's something that is important to you, it's completely worth it. Like, it's work, but it's worth it.
Each rider has to raise at least $4,500, one for each mile of the journey. Chris Condit started the Texas 4000 when he was a student at UT in 2004. As a survivor of childhood Hodgkin's lymphoma, he wanted to fight for others struggling with cancer.
It gives students an opportunity to really get their hands dirty, planning a very big undertaking. They get experience fundraising, they get experience, cold calling and trying to set up logistics across the country. Really, it's just planting early seeds of philanthropy in the students and teaching them how to be citizens in the community.
Each participant has to train for at least 1,500 miles before the ride. And although it may seem like you'd have to be Lance Armstrong to make it to the finish line, many of these riders have never raced before. They're just looking to have fun and fight for a good cause along the way. The students will bike an average of 70 to 80 miles a day. David Santino was a Texas 4000 rider last summer. He says the memories of the ride will stay with him forever.
It's the experience of a lifetime. Jobs can wait. Med school, law school, everything can be put aside a semester or two. I think there's nothing else that compares to this. I haven't even realized the full impact of what we've done, and it's just something that you can't miss out on.
Milbauer and her teammates are leaving from the UT campus on June 3rd and will roll into Anchorage on August 12th. She's raised more than $15,000 so far and has no plans to slow down. At a time when most college graduates would be happy to just stay afloat, 4 UT alumni are getting creative.
We see the world in a different way. We're younger, we're more nimble, we're agile.
Advertising majors Mike Einat, Jamie Rodriguez, and Rachel Dang graduated from UT in 2009 when the economy took a turn for the worse. Since few were hiring, they decided to hire themselves and created their own ad agency, Tilted Chair Creative, last year. A 4th UT grad, Hua Lu, worked with the agency for a project with the city of Austin and wanted to jump on board.
I just thought, like, if anybody could make it as an agency, these guys could, and I just really wanted to join these guys.
Recently, the agency won 3 Addy Awards at the annual competition sponsored by the Austin Advertising Federation. Their awards were for the work they did for the Southside Market and Barbecue in Elgin and for their own website.
I guess Southside has been a really great project because it expands all media, and we've been working on all aspects of their business.
Although their confidence and creativity play a big role in their agency's success, the founders of Tilted Chair Creative say that the business classes they were required to take for their advertising major have proven to be very helpful as they take on more clients. Dr. Isabella Cunningham, the chair of the UT Advertising Department, says the students' demanding course load prepares them for the real world.
Getting a job right out of undergraduate school is difficult for everybody, but I think we're lucky. Our kids, if they are persistent, and if they have a good resume, and if they're well prepared, should not have much of a problem finding jobs.
I would say if you have a good idea and feel like you can execute it well enough, just give it a shot. It's really exciting if it does work out, and if it doesn't, you can say you tried.
The agency is launching an energy trading website in the next couple of weeks and hopes to continue to use its young minds as an innovative bonus instead of a burden. Lara Lapin, Fox 7 News.